Hey guys, so we are here on Thursday. Sorry we're so late. We kind of last minute a little. But I see what's up, James Patient, Mike Draco. Oh, can you guys not hear us? No, there's no sound, Mike, on that intro video because Facebook keeps tagging us that we're using sound illegally. So I didn't put any sound on that. JV, wish I got to see your show at Sturgis. No, Sturgis hasn't happened yet. So it's next week or week after next, sorry. So I thought we could talk about motorcycles today. Past
that's
builds.
something different, huh?
Well, past builds. So, all right, let me put up the first bike. So I tried to upload a couple of different old bikes that. Okay, so this one was one of my favorites, and I think it was one of your favorites too.
It definitely was.
All right, so let's talk about this shovel.
Okay, this shovel we built back in, I want to say maybe 05, 06, maybe something like that. It was more than,
I think it was like 2008.
2008. Anyways, this motor, it's a 66, and my buddy down in New Orleans, Boston Billy, he sent me a picture, and it was right after the flood. And it was a 66 shovel with ape hangers, and the only thing you could see was the top of the ape hangers and the speedo sticking out of the water. The whole bike was underwater. Billy bought the bike and said, if you're interested, I'm going to tear it all down, redo the motor, and we can work something out. So ended up, I bought the bike. Actually, I just bought the motor, tranny, and the frame from Billy. At the time, I was collecting a lot of panhead stuff, and I had a wishbone frame that needed a little work. So I decided to put it in a rigid. We fixed that frame up, whatever was wrong with it, some tabs and so on. So it's a 66 motor in a wishbone frame. It's an original Harley frame. And then the front end was an original 90s Harley Springer. And what we did was, you can't really tell in this picture, but we smoothed off all the lines on the top in the front. And then we built a set of handlebars that come right out of the top of the Springer. Actually, they come into the sides of the Springer. It was an awesome bike. I loved it. There was a lot of detail in it, but, most people would never notice, the gas tanks. I mean, those gas tanks have probably 30 or 40 hours in them. We radiused the bottoms. They're original Harley tanks. We radiused the bottoms. We tightened them up a little bit, remounted them, a lot of little stuff. Took a dash and modified a dash. We made the pipes. Set up the oil tank, so on and so forth. It's got.
Who do you remember who did the seat?
Was
that Dwayne Ballard?
Yes, I think Dwayne Ballard. Did do the seat. I wish we had a better picture of the seat, but we don't.
So just to let you guys know that I just went through my external hard drive and it had 32,000 pictures on it. So it's kind of a needle in a haystack trying to find some of these older bike pictures. I wish I could find more of this bike, but like I said,
I'll tell you some more history on this one.
Yeah.
I rode this bike for about a year. That was my everyday rider. I rode it in Sturgis and in Laconia, and it was shot for American Iron. It was on the cover of American Iron magazine. And I did a run down in New Jersey one time with my friend Frank Catronio, who was a really good customer of mine. We did a lot of bikes for Frank. Frank, at one time, owned at least one of every Biker Build-Off show. He owned one bike out of every Biker Build-Off show. He had a collection of about 40 custom bikes from all the builders all across the country. But anyways, I was on this run. There was a guy riding next to me, and he was checking my bike out, and so we ended up talking, and he said, you want to sell it? I said, yeah, I'll sell it. And so we ended up making a deal, and he said, okay, next week I'll send you the money. So a week later, I got the check, and he said, I'll be up to pick it up. Well, about 3 months went by. I never heard from the guy. And so I called him and I said, hey, I got to go down to Jersey to our friend Barb's Harley Davidson in Camden County. I said, I could bring the bike down there and you could pick it up there. He only lived an hour from there. So I brought the bike down there, and I dropped it off at the Harley dealer, and she put it in her showroom. And about 2 months later, she called me and said, hey, is this guy going to pick this bike up or what? And I said, you got to be kidding me. So now 5 months had gone by. There was no contact. I finally ended up calling the guy. He said, oh, yeah, gee, I've been busy. I'll pick it up. So eventually he came and picked it up. And I never saw the bike again until recently. Maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, I saw it on Instagram. There was a little picture of it. And so I messaged the guy, and it was in a shop.
Sorry.
And he said, yeah, the bike's pretty rough. It's been sitting outside, and the guy brought it in to have us get it running. I said, well, could you, find out if it's for sale. Ask the guy if he wants to sell it. I might be interested. And then I messaged the guy again, and I never heard back. So if anybody's out there and they know where that bike is.
Where was the guy from?
He was from New Jersey.
Oh, so that's where it was?
Yeah. So I think it's in like southern Jersey.
Oh, we have tons of comments over here. Let me see. OJV, let's see. Stephen Drago, good afternoon. How did you get into being an arborist?
I've always been interested in trees and plants and stuff, and that's my hobby. If
I would say Dave with the nursery. What's his name? Crocker.
Yeah.
Dave Crocker probably was a big part because he kept teaching you every weekend.
Well, no, it was my old friend Dennis Marab.
Oh yeah, Dennis too.
Yeah, no, kid I grew up with was a unbelievable arborist. I mean, he was the cream of the crop guy, and he taught me a lot of stuff when I was a lot younger. And I've just always loved, I've probably planted close to 100. I'd say a good 100 trees and bushes in my yard. I got a big yard.
Hey to Walt, I see you're on here. And Carl Pusser. Oh, what's up, Carl?
Carl.
Will we see you and your wife and Jocelyn in Sturgis? Maybe not Jocelyn, but
Craig Ferry. Hey, Craig.
Yeah, he says he's
hope you still got that fender for me.
Missed a few episodes. A lot of names, like, how would you say that name? Bash Kim? A lot of funny names. Where are you guys from? Like Bashkin, Dario, which I think he wrote in another language. Oh, Big D checking in. Steve Walter, when you headed to the Black Hills. I am leaving on Monday, riding, and DP's leaving Saturday.
Yeah, so, I'm flying. Jody's riding.
Craig Ferry says he had a 67 shovel for 20 years.
Yeah.
Too bad you don't still have it. Good. Oh, good, Carl. We'll see you in Sturgis.
Yeah, I've got a deal going right now on a 66 shovel. It's truly a bond find. It's been sitting in a bond for many, many years. A friend of mine found it. He's going to pick it up, and hopefully him and I can make a deal on it.
Ben Smith.
Hey, Ben. Hope we see you in Sturgis.
Which Ben, I hate to tell you, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you cupped on for Sturgis. But hey, Darcy. And let's see, Glenn, hello from around the corner of Middleborough. Kisses from Brazil. I got a 92 Softail Custom. All right, so let me go back. Let's go to the next bike. So the next one is, I got this one.
Okay, that bike there is obviously a chopper that I built for Reuben Brown. Reuben played for the Buffalo Bills and then the Chicago Bears. Reuben was a good friend and a good customer of mine. I built Reuben. I think I built him one of every style bike. I probably built him 8 or 9 bikes, and that's just one of many. It had a TP 121 in it, and Reuben is a hard rider. He is no mercy on anything he rides, and he loved that bike. It worked out pretty well. He rode that bike for a season. Most all the bikes I've built for him, he rode them for a season. Then it was time for a new one.
Okay, so now let's hold on. There's a whole bunch of comments over here. Love your flames, sweet chopper. Glenn Souza, see you in Sturgis. Oh, Filippo. Hi, Filippo. Hold on, let me take this picture back down so you guys can see us.
Did we thank Indian for being our sponsor?
Yeah, I keep putting it back on there. Sorry.
Yes,
So,
Indian
yeah,
is our sponsor for this show.
Shout out to Indian. Keeps
Jody's got her
away.
new Indian that she's going to be riding to Sturgis. Great bike.
Yeah. So thank you to Indian for keeping up with chopper history. I see we have somebody from Ukraine and then Thailand. Stephen Drago says my 70 FXS that I've been coming down to bike night. I've owned for 42 years. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Not many people can say they owned a bike that long and are still riding it. Oh, hey, Eva. So Eva is from SR Parat, which is a beer beverage distributor down in Ormond Beach. And they are also one of our sponsors for the Perowitz Paint Show, which will be at Sturgis. And Mimi's Original Art is her mom. I would assume, Eva, is that a hobby on the side for your mom? Because I know she's got a lot going on.
Now, Eva, you said, are we coming to Biketoberfest? I hope we are. It just, if Biketoberfest is happening, I know I'll be there. I don't know. Are you going to be there, Jode?
Probably not.
Okay, but I definitely will be at Biketoberfest as long as it's going on. But the way Florida is right now, who knows?
Yeah. All right, so it's
Elfido
from Mexico.
Okay. No, Chile.
Yeah, look, here's one from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
From Leon Guadalajara. I don't know. Yes, Eva, it is a hobby. So Mimi's Original is a hobby. I was thinking that. She does really cool stuff, which they sent us a huge basket. I'll upload the picture right now. But let's go back to another picture, and I'll upload while you talk about the next bike. This one was one of my favorites, which I hate that it's only this.
That's the only picture you have?
I know, I can't find another one, but it's such a cool bike.
Okay, that bike was definitely a very cool bike. That was my Camel bike in 2000, I believe. I worked for Camel at the Camel Roadhouse. I built bikes for them 98, 99, 2000, and I think maybe 2001. And that was my 2000 Camel bike. It was a chopper. Ape hangers, Springer, tail dragger fender, and actually that bike at that time, Jesse James was in the Camel program with us. It was myself, Jesse, Donnie Smith, and Ron Sims, my old friend Ron Sims. And so anyways, I built that bike. It was a great bike. We loved it. And actually Camel, RJ Reynolds, raffled that bike off, or I think they did some kind of raffle with it within the company. About maybe 5 or 6 years later, or maybe more than that, 10 years later, I'm going to say roughly 2010, I got a call from a guy, and he said, "Hey, I have your old Camel bike. I won it in a contest. I worked for RJR, and he says, I don't ride, and I want to sell it." I'm like, okay, well, I would definitely be interested. And So I called my good friend Ron Iannotti down in Rhode Island, who collects a lot of stuff. He's got quite a few of my bikes down there.
Oh, maybe I have a picture from the fall foliage run.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Tony was riding it.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
So
keep talking. I'll see if
anyways,
I can find it.
Ronnie said, yeah, I'm definitely interested in buying that bike. So I made a deal with the guy, bought the bike, sold it to Ronnie, and he has it in his collection today. His wife, Tony, rides it occasionally. She rode it on our fall foliage run 2 years ago. And
Is that when you think it was, that reset? 2 years ago?
yeah.
All right.
It was at the
it was longer than that.
it was in the Hyannis when we stayed at-
2014.
No, it wasn't. Well, how long ago did we stay at the place in Hyannis for the foliage run?
Probably close to that.
Okay. Well,
But
anyways,
yeah, go ahead.
so he has that bike in his collection right now, but it was a great bike. Truly a traditional bike that will never ever get old. It's totally timeless. It's a great bike for a collection, and Ronnie's got a good collection. Between my bikes and Jesse James bikes, he's got quite a few.
Yeah, he definitely has some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go to more of a motorcycle. We're gonna throw it way back.
Okay. This is a Digger that I built in 1978. It's got a Magnuson supercharger on it. It's an old iron head, and I own that bike. I built it. I sold it to a guy named Butch Kerr in Connecticut, and then we ended up getting it back, redid it again, and then sold it to a guy named Mike Estabrook, who had me redo it to what it is there in the picture. But really cool bike, definitely ahead of its time. And in 1978, Harley Davidson had their first bike show in Daytona. And Best in Show won a beautiful bronze sculptor. And I was in the show. I didn't have this bike, though. I had another bike. And Alan Ness won. He won the show. Alan won the show with one of his killer machines. I don't even remember which one it was. It might have been the double. But anyways, Alan won this beautiful sculpture. Well, the following year, I brought that bike, and I won the show in '79. And instead of that really nice sculpture, I got a leather jacket. But you know what? I still have the leather jacket to this day. It was a Harley Davidson leather. Of course, it doesn't fit me anymore. But that's some history on that bike. I ended up getting this bike back from Mike probably, 8-10 years ago?
Yeah, I would think so. At least
Yeah,
that.
so we have that bike sitting in my showroom right now.
Yeah, so if any of you guys are in this area, you want to come down to our showroom, come check it out. Also, don't forget, guys, we have our last bike night, August 19th. So Wednesday, August 19th. So that could be a destination. Come down and check out this thing. Check out this bike. It's right in our showroom.
How about the golf cart? Can you put any pictures up of the golf cart?
Yeah, I'll put some up. Oh, all right. So we'll move on to the next one while I put more pictures up.
Okay.
All right. So this is another one. This is one of my favorites too.
Oh yeah, the shovel head.
Yeah, it's another shovel head.
Yeah, that was an early model shovel head. Well, I shouldn't say early. I think it was a 70. No, it was an 80. I think it was an 80 shovel head. And we hardtailed the frame and, made a set of pipes. We did a lot of cool stuff with it. Made a headlight shroud, different gas tank. I think Dwayne Ballard did the seat on it. And that bike, before I even got a chance to ride it, I sold it to a guy named Tony LeConte, who has a big collection. He's got a really, really nice collection. And he's got more Hurwitz bikes in his collection than anybody. And it's a private collection. He has it in a museum up in Maine. But that was a cool bike. It was a little different. We did some different stuff on it. some very traditional stuff. But yeah, it was a cool bike.
Yeah, very cool. The tanks were cool. All right. So we will wait, let's see if people had comments over here. They move so fast. Do you build any bikes on Lake Street in Minnesota?
No,
Maybe Donnie Smith.
that would be Donnie Smith. Yeah, anything that is built in Minnesota, I'm sure that it's Donnie or it's someone that's affiliated with Donnie. He's in Blaine, Minnesota, which is right outside Minneapolis, and Donnie's the man when it comes to building bikes out there.
Filippo,
Filippo.
he says the best flames is red FXR, the one near the red pickup, maybe a Suburban. Ron Ionati has that bike too,
yeah,
right?
Ron Ionati has that bike in his collection. That
yeah, Filippo, that's a cool bike. It's timeless.
I rode that. That was my own. I rode that bike for a season. I sold it to Stanley down on Long Island, and then Stanley. No, wait a minute. Stanley sold it to Ronnie. Ronnie had it in his collection, and then Stanley just recently bought it back. Or actually, Bobby Garone bought it back, so now it's in Garone's collection down in Long Island.
Yeah. Okay, I see Jesse Palmer, Dan Emerson. Oh, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. I see you guys got a nice new sign. So Wendy is from Ponytown Potties, which is actually just right down the street. It's the farm that I ride horses at, although I haven't been over there in a while. I owe you guys a visit. Shannon Poor, thanks for visiting. Oh, Diane. Hi, Diane. Long time no see.
Oh, is that your girlfriend?
Yeah. Diane and I went to college together. Harley, okay, does it run? So I'm assuming you mean the last bike or the Digger. I guess let's say
they all run.
Yeah. Or they did run. They haven't run in a
all
while.
Run. I mean, that Digger hasn't run in years, but yes, it definitely ran. You know, back then you had to ride it into whatever, you know, most of the shows, the big shows, you had to ride them in, especially the holiday show. You couldn't put the bike in if you couldn't ride it in.
Tony's on here. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. I hope you found somebody to do a trophy for us. Tony Larima, who represents SATA Sprayman, which is, we use as SATA equipment. It's great stuff. The job a lot easier. And Tony is our head judge for our paint show in Sturgis.
I see AD1 Originals in Georgia. Thanks for checking in all the time. Kyle Hoffman, those pipes are really nice. So yeah, he means that the shovel head, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
Hello from South Carolina. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. We'll go to this one. Okay.
Okay. That is, I believe, a 55 pan I built. Again, it was in a wishbone frame. It was a project that I had, and one of my good customers, Doug Robinson. Again, I built Doug a lot of bikes. He had a big collection of stuff, and that was a cool bike. He rode that quite a bit, and
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So this picture was from our calendar when we used to do a calendar. This was, I don't even remember where this was taken. Sturgis, maybe?
I don't either. Yeah, I think it was taken at Sturgis.
Yeah. Okay. Go on to this one. Oops. This one.
Oh boy. Okay, that is a bike we did for Joe Pro. Pro Street, 300 rear tire. Got a lot of attention. A lot of work in the paint job. That was a collaboration between me and Keith Hansen. And oh my God, it's got probably 100 hours in the paint easily. More than that. But yeah, Joe rode the hell out of it. In fact, I think Joe rode that. Did Joe ride that on the build off?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, was it after that?
It must have been the 06 build off.
Yeah, I think Joe rode that on the 06 build off with us. And Yeah, it was a badass bike. TP 121 with a Baker 6-speed, right side drive, all PM, purse. Had all the cool stuff.
Yeah, and they called it Shagadelic.
Oh yeah, Shagadelic. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the name for it. And it was in a magazine, and basically that bike now belongs to a guy named Bob Sullivan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who lives up on the North Shore, and he's got a few bikes, and he pulls that out every now and then, and he's very proud to own it.
Okay. Let me go back to. There's a couple of questions over here. Have you found the M8 motor to be as customizable as the Evo?
I love the M8. I have an 18 Softail that I'm riding, and we did just a minimal amount of work to it as far as the motor work, and it runs hard. It's comfortable, but a lot of my buddies are building M8s, 128s, and they're making a lot of power.
Steven Drago says, Dave, you did a shovel back in the early 80s. I believe it was blue with a lot of gold leaf on it, if I remember. It's a really sharp bike. It was in the cover of a couple magazines.
I think
that was like the definition of a bike back then.
No, I think that was probably one of the ones that stands out in my mind. Was one I did for it was my own, and I sold it to Toilet Dan down in Connecticut. Yeah, Dan O'Connell.
Is that Greg Ferry's friend? No, whose friend is that on here? That comes on. Somebody that's on here all the time.
Oh,
Toilet Dan.
The drag racing kid from North Carolina.
Yeah. I think he's not on here today.
Oh, what's his name? I forget.
I wanted to say Drago, but that's not
No. Yeah. Anyways, I think what you're talking about is the bike I did for Toilet Dan.
Yeah,
he's a plumber, so we always called him Toilet Dan.
All right. And then this one.
This bike here was definitely one of our favorites.
Yes.
And we are going to build another bike very similar to this in the next year or so. With that bike was a Paco front end, a Paco frame, and it had an Indian bottle top motor with a 5-speed, a Harley 5-speed, a BDL belt drive, had a Mikuni carburetor, and we made the gas tanks and the fender and pipes and all that stuff. And it had 23s on the front and back. It was an awesome bike. I love that bike. I rode that bike for a whole season.
Yeah, I rode a ton. So that's me on there.
Yeah, right. Jody rode it a lot.
Pre-sleeves.
The only problem with that bike was it didn't hold enough gas. I think I ran out of gas a couple of different times on that bike. I mean, it held, I think, less than 3 gallons.
Yeah, I think this picture was up in Laconia, too. Yeah. Shannon, no, this had 23s on the front and rear.
Yeah.
So matching.
That was when 23s first came out.
Yeah, they were big.
But right now we have a brand new bottle top motor sitting, and it's going to go into one of these projects. We're going to build another bike, a board tracker, very similar to this one.
Yeah, I've had the motor for a while with the intentions of building this exact bike because that's what I wanted.
Right.
But obviously our own projects get put on the back burner.
Now I sold this bike to a guy down right outside of New York City who had a big collection of bikes. He had a lot of Eddie Trotter bikes. And when I went to deliver it, oh my God, this guy's place, he lived in a big he lived on the top floor of a big skyscraper. And you could see New York City out of one side, and then you could see the Hudson River. And it was just a beautiful place. And the guy that bought this had a collection of exotic sports cars that were, like I didn't even know what they were. They were just really cool. But guy was a nice guy. I don't really know what he ever did with the bike. I never saw it again.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
All these bikes,
the same guy bought a Pro Street that I built for Greg Zippadelli, Zippy.
He bought the orange one?
Yeah, he bought that orange one too. And Zippy was the crew chief for Tony Stewart. And now he is the head cheese for Tony Stewart's racing company.
Yeah, so that was one of our favorites.
Yeah.
And that bike rode really well. It had a lot of power. That was a smooth riding motorcycle. Okay, so let's get to the golf cart.
Okay, before we show you
Yeah.
pictures of this golf cart, actually show them a picture of the before.
Well, that's what I
Okay.
was gonna do. So this is the before. And notice like the floor, how rotted out it is.
It's painted with white house paint, latex house paint. There's no upholstery on it. It's a 1971 Harley Davidson golf cart. It was donated to us by Ray Thatcher. And Ray, basically Ray donated to us, and we decided to do something for the Sturgis Hall of Fame Museum. The museum is a charity. It's runs just on donations. So they needed some help. So we said, well, let's build a golf cart for them and donate it. And we're going to auction it off in Sturgis on Monday night of Sturgis. What's the date, honey?
The 10th.
The 10th. On August 10th, Monday night at the Hampstead Banquet, we're going to auction this golf cart off. And we're also going to be doing it live on our Facebook show.
Yeah, so right here. So if you guys can see us now, you'll be able to see us Monday night.
Right. If you're interested in bidding on it, you'll be able to bid on it online on our Facebook page. But this golf cart was rough, really rough.
Yeah, as you can see, I mean, look at the seat pans and
bumpers all bent. I mean, the motor was junk. The whole thing was just a project. The body was all broken all over the place, and I mean, it was rough. So between us and the Shadley brothers, we kind of revived it, and we're going to show you some pictures of the finished product.
All right, so yesterday we went and took some pictures with the finished product. So here it is.
Okay.
There it is.
It's extremely cool. Mike Corbin did all the upholstery on it. Mike did an unbelievable job. It's all done in bomber jacket leather. He embroidered Sturgis 80th in the seats. Oh my God. I mean, he did just an awesome job. Mike, we sent him the parts. He did it within 5 or 6 days. He shipped it back like second day or overnight. And of course, we were on the deadline. If there wasn't a deadline, we'd probably never get things done. One of the guys that hangs out over at Shadley's, Bill, he did all that woodwork in the back. It's all made out of oak. Can you pull up another picture of it, huh?
Yeah, I don't have, hang on, I'll get the back.
Okay, well, you can see the back. That's all made out of oak. He did a beautiful job. Oh my God, it looks fantastic. Got all diamond plate floors in it. It's really.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
Yeah, Mark and I took it for a ride around his parking lot, and the motor is completely rebuilt. The generator is rebuilt. Now there's the back. So that bottom is hinged. It lifts up, and it's all storage underneath that back seat. So, and there's a step there on bump. As you can see, it's a Harley floorboard. And we had the bumpers re-chromed. We had the handlebars re-chromed. I mean, it really came out awesome. Shadley's did a great job putting it together. We spent, I can't even begin to tell you how many hours straightening the body, block sanding it all. The paint was donated by PPG and American Icon. It's got all American Icon clear on it. And then it's buffed with the new CSI buffing system that we're using. And it should bring some pretty good money. It's all going to the museum. So if you're interested, you can send us a message. The golf cart is going to be on display on Monday from 9 in the morning to about 4 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon at Cadillac Jack's Casino in Deadwood. It'll be right in the lobby. So if you're in Deadwood and you want to check it out, go to Cadillac Jack's and you can check it out. It's got one of my traditional flame jobs on it. It was striped by Keith Hansen, and it's a extremely cool golf cart. I don't think there's another Harley Davidson golf cart anywhere that compares to this one. The body lifts up and it looks as good underneath the body as it does on top.
Yeah, you guys can go on to our Instagram page, which is Perowitz_CycleFab on Instagram, and there's some more pictures of it on there. Here's DP and Mark riding around in it yesterday, and then I got a ride in the back.
Yeah.
So and so somebody asked if the back of it is a cooler, which I wish I had taken. So this piece of wood on the bottom that lifts up, and there's like a small little bin under there, so you could. I mean, I don't know how big. What do you think the bin was? Like 6 inches?
Yeah, probably about 6 inches deep, but it goes all the way across.
Yeah, it's the whole back.
You could very easily fill it with ice and pack it full of beers, no question about it.
Yeah. So once again, this will be auctioned live Monday the 10th. So if you guys want to support the Sturgis Museum, the Hall of Fame Museum, Motorcycle Museum in South Dakota, make sure you follow this page, or if you have anybody that you think would love to own this golf cart, this cool one-of-a-kind thing, definitely tell them so that we can hopefully raise a bunch of money for it. But I was trying to get a video, but it's not uploading on here. Yeah, sorry, I can't get but if you go to our Instagram, there'll be a bunch of pictures, and we definitely give a shout out to Jen Mitchell. She's the one that took all these pictures with us yesterday. She does some awesome photography. So there's a cooler. Kevin Olson said no one does flames as nice as you.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Craig, looks awesome. Well, the clear you gave us, the clear that is on it makes it look that good too. We love that clear.
Yeah, it's definitely got a good American Icon shine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what it's got. The American Icon shine.
Doug Francie wants to know where do the golf cart go? Where do the golf clubs go? Who cares? I don't golf.
Right.
We thought the same thing.
Yeah, that's just to tour the golf course. Yeah. It isn't to play with the golf course.
Golf's for boring people.
No, you get a caddy. The caddy takes the golf clubs. That's for you to ride on.
Right. This is like your limo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Woodcheck. Yeah, definitely. You'll see it on Monday at Meet the Masters. And which, by the way, guys, Meet the Masters on Monday at O'Reilly's at 9 a.m. is Donnie Smith and DP. And I'll be there as well. We will have the Daniel James print, the G-Clay there for sale. And myself, DP, and Daniel will sign it for you. So you can get one of these. They're $12.95 framed and signed by all three of us. So that's your only chance is in Sturgis is to buy one, and you'll get it signed by all three of us. And there's only 55 of these, in which I believe he's probably already sold at least 10.
Yeah, he sold
at least that.
At least 10. Actually, the first 2 days that we debuted it, he sold 10 right away. So I don't know how many he sold since then, but
yeah. So if you guys,
there'll be a limited amount. That's all.
If you guys are thinking about buying one of these, definitely either get it online or get it in Sturgis, because I don't think they're gonna last until the end of Sturgis. So that's Monday, Meet the Masters. And also, if you're planning on going to it, buy your tickets, because they have to cap it because of the Rona, obviously. So once that cap is done, which I believe it's only 100 people.
Right. And so far, I know there's 70.
Yeah, I was going to say 60, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
70.
he's up to 7. Is 70 tickets sold already.
Yeah.
So there's not too many left, but I mean, I think the ticket's like $30.
Yeah.
And $30, you get a whole buffet breakfast, a long sleeve T-shirt, that jersey that has my name on one sleeve and Donnie's name on the other. It's a cool shirt. They're bright red, and it'll be a nice ride. It is a good cause. All the money that we make on Meet the Masters is going to the museum.
Okay. So, yeah, so don't forget, if you guys want to get this painting, this artwork from Daniel James, that you can get it at Meet the Masters, as well as at our paint show on Wednesday, August 12th at the Iron Horse, at the end of Lozelle. And let me see, I think there's some comments over here. Did you two model a post? Yes, we did. Which I'll post some of the pictures from that. Is there an optional roll bar? I hope somebody doesn't roll that golf cart. Oh, what's up, Tony Pan? See you both at the
Hey,
paint
Tony.
show. Yeah, Tony, we'll see you beforehand at the Hall of Fame because Tony's wife is getting inducted as well, Vicky.
That's right.
Which
Yeah.
is very cool. She's very well deserved. Definitely, Vicky is a cool lady and does a lot for motorcycling. Tony says, "Shiny Craig,"
Yeah.
meaning Craig Robastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it. I think we're probably good for today. So, like we said, if you guys are thinking about buying this golf cart, if you know somebody that might be interested in this 1971 Harley Davidson golf cart.
I mean, this is definitely a museum piece. You know, you can use it to run around on your property, or it can sit in a museum as a one of a kind. I'm sure that, you know, you'll probably never see another one like this, an original Harley Davidson golf cart that looks like this.
Yeah, so once again, here's the before and the after. So, I mean, this thing's really cool. I mean, I don't think it had a headlight. Did it not have a headlight?
No,
This
Mark
one?
put a headlight on it.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
got
with the
lights. It's got a
Harley.
headlight and a tail light.
Yeah, so which is the little tail light bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. So if any of you guys are thinking about it.
Yeah, the back is
hopefully-
all made out of oak, and it's all stained and cleared. It's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, it's very cool. All right, I think we're good. So we're gonna check back in on Monday. I will be on the road, so I don't know where I'll be, but somewhere. But DP will be here, so we'll both come on. So Monday kind of starts our Sturgis, pre-Sturgis videos. So make sure you guys tune in for the next 2 weeks because we will be at Sturgis. We will try to check in as many times as we can while we're physically at Sturgis, and definitely for Meet the Masters and definitely for the golf cart auction on Monday. So our Meet the Masters, our Monday show will be at Meet the Masters on August 10th.
Right.
So-
So we'll have it will be at Cadillac Jack's. No.
Yeah, well, so it's at noon, so it'd be 11 o'clock that time. So will we be at Cadillac Jack's by 11?
Well, 12 here will be 10 there.
Oh, they're 2 hours. That's right.
Yeah. So
right.
yeah, we'll probably.
so
yeah.
no, we'll probably be at O'Reilly's.
Oh yeah, no, we'll be at O'Reilly's.
So we'll be at the beginning.
Yeah,
of
we'll be
it.
at the beginning of the.
Yeah, when we do it on
the
Monday.
ride, yeah.
Monday the 10th, not this Monday, next Monday.
Yeah.
And then, like I said before, all local guys, don't forget our bike night. The last one is August 19th, Wednesday, August 19th. So that's your last chance to come to a 2020 Perowitz bike night. Should be a good night. We'll cross our fingers that the weather's going to be
Oh,
good.
look at Flea just checked in.
Oh, what's up, Flea? Sorry that you're not coming to Sturgis. We're
I
bumming.
know.
Yeah.
I know. We'd love to have you there.
Yeah, Matt Roth, we'll see you in Sturgis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And don't forget our paint show in Laconia.
Yes.
At the Broken Spoke.
So paint show in Laconia will be August 29th, Saturday, August 29th. So it's the last Saturday of Bike Week in New Hampshire. So that will be at the Broken Spoke. And then that's it for the Perowitz Paint Show because
Yeah.
everything else has been canceled,
Right.
unfortunately. So I guess we'll check in on Monday. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. And don't forget, if any of you guys thinking about buying the golf cart or know somebody that wants to, oh, I just broke my trackpad. Oh, if you know anybody that wants to go, which now I don't know how I can do this. Make sure you let them know. Oh no. Sorry guys, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get this off live. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but let me see what I can do over here. That stinks.
Can they see us or are they?
Yeah, they can still see us because we're still live.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I can't shut it off. You guys are gonna have to be. Yeah, I don't know how I can shut it off now because I don't have another mouse and I just broke.
Oh, that's broken?
Yes, I just smashed this, this is an expensive thing. Oh, that stinks. Oh, all right. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to shut my computer off. So we will catch you guys on Monday. So catch us Monday. We will see you then.
Okay.
Okay. See if it shuts off.